I'd like to welcome you to our February 2021 version of Chamber Chat. Chamber Chat is the popular program where we interview businesses and business owners around the Monmouth Independence area, so that way you can learn more about them and they can get the message out to the residents and other people who might be watching this program. Today we have two people representing the grain station, Jeff Goldt, who is the proud owner of the grain station in Monmouth. We also have Jeanette Moore, mortgage banker of Union Bank. And so let's start with Jeanette. Hello, Jeanette. How are you this morning?
Good morning, and thank you so much for inviting me today.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. So Jeanette, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about Union Bank and your specific position there. I know Union Bank has a lot of products, and you can also direct people to the website.
Thank you very much. So just a little bit about me. I've been in banking. I always like to say for so long it's embarrassing, but I was, of course, at a local bank in Monmouth, and I chose to make a switch to Union Bank. And here's why I made the switch, because Union Bank, even though they're a small presence in our community here, in the Salem, Marion County, Polk County area, they are one of the largest banks in the world. And because of that, they have some phenomenal products and opportunities for not just regular consumer lending, home mortgages, but they really have some programs and opportunities for rural America. And that is really what drew me to Union Bank. Of course, we have, our regular 20% down, all the types of mortgages that are very common to us. They have very aggressive and great rates for everyone. But they also have products and programs that they call kind of a portfolio product, 40-year loans, 30-year loans, interest only. But what is really near and dear to my heart is for the first-time home buyer program, Union Bank offers grant programs that can help first-time home buyers. Union Bank is partnered with programs throughout the nation that is a match. And so based on whatever dollar amount our borrower has saved, Union Bank can match that with the WISH program 4-to-1. So in addition to that, then Union Bank also has a grant. So it really provides the opportunity for first-time home buyers to not only get into a home, but to have a substantial down. And that is, I've been in mortgage lending for 30 years. And frankly, this is one of the most aggressive programs that I have ever seen offered for first-time home buyers. And so when I heard about this, I thought, this is exactly what Polk County needs. And for all the folks that are near and dear to my heart in the Monmouth, Independence, Dallas area, I wanted to be able to be the one to bring this to them.
All right, Jeanette, we are so glad that you decided to stay in our area in Monmouth and Independence and in Polk County. And could you give us a little insight about the Union Bank products and programs for people looking into mortgage, getting a mortgage?
Absolutely. So because of COVID, a lot of interaction is, of course, over Zoom, just like we're doing here, over the phone. When things have opened up, I typically am the one that will meet face to face. I'll meet a client, and we also, not everyone understands the whole process of purchasing a home. It's the largest purchase they'll ever make in their life. So I have, there's some that are old hats at this. They've done it many, many times. So I can talk to them on the phone or meet them in person. But for the first time home buyer, oftentimes it's a process. It's not just a transaction for me. These are lifetime customers that I am here to help them through the process of their first purchase. And if that means talking to them on the phone or Zoom or eventually meeting face to face, I can help them. Just as an example, I'm helping some folks prepare for home ownership. They're not going to be buying a home in the next 30 days. They're going to be buying a home in the next 6 months. But many times people don't know what a bank looks for. They don't know what that looks like. So I sit down and I either meet them in person. People can contact me via phone, via text, via email. I am very accessible, and it's not just a 9-to-5 job for me. I'm here to help my clients. So whatever that may be. I do quite a few investment products, people selling a home and now building a home or moving on to their next home. So I'm accessible, but however is comfortable for them.
This would be a good point for you to let us know how people can contact you, please.
Sure. The best way to contact me, of course, is just my good old cell phone and a text message. I'm great about text messages. My phone number is 503-756-2300. And I am a mortgage consultant for Union Bank. My license number is 377942. They can go to our website, unionbank.com. / Jeanette Moore, and it will bring up my mortgage page, and they can look through the products there. That will send me a referral. But really, if folks are wanting to kind of throw something out there, will this work, or what can I do? The best way is just to pick up the phone and call me, and I am very responsive.
Well, I have to tell you, Jeanette, that is wonderful news. So we thank you so very, very much. And personally, I'm so glad that you've remained a part of the Polk County and specifically Monmouth and Independence area family. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Kat.
Next on our agenda is we're going to be talking to Jeff Goldt, who is the owner of the grain station, both here in Monmouth and also in good old McMinnville. Over the last year or so, I've gotten to know Jeff a little bit better. This gentleman is a tremendous community presence, also a community leader for businesses. And so, Jeff, I just had to give you all honor right now, but if you want to talk a little bit about you being in the business, we have an interesting backstory about being a restaurateur, and maybe you could also talk a little bit about the challenges of being in a restaurant business right now. So I'll turn it over to you.
Well, thank you, Kathleen. I really appreciate having the opportunity to talk and meet with people. It's obviously a different time for our industry, especially if you're a sit-down restaurant. The challenges that we face with COVID in our community and the regulations, it's been a daunting task, but I'm thankful that we've had so many wonderful people in our community step up to help out, in addition to the staff that I've had here has stepped up and had to adjust things that were not second nature to them. And so they've done a wonderful job as well. As a business, obviously the restaurant business is struggling. We can use all the support that we can get, but it's also not just about us in our business, but it's a lot about our employees to make sure that they have a continuing place to go, that they're able to provide for their families in particular as well. So there's, as you adjust, most of our food on our menu has been meant for a sit-down table not so much to put in a to-go box to eat, 5 or 10 minutes later. So we've tried to adjust some things to make sure that we can get the product out as best as we can. You get challenges from everything on how your computers operate to your phones operate. A lot of times we keep, trying to turn to make things better for them at every step of the way. And some of them have been very successful and others have been a challenge to continue to keep trying to work through it.
So you had mentioned before we came on camera that there's certain little changes that you're doing. Do these include menu changes, personnel changes, or machinery changes? You want to elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, my guess, my hopeful vision is that every day is one day closer to reopening. That's kind of the positive message that you take out. But we wanted to be prepared. It's a great time for us to catch up on some of the deferred maintenance and repairs and some of the replacements that need to get done. Next, we replaced 3 weeks ago, a heat pump that had been in here since 1978.
Oh, wow.
And my dad put it in. For those of you that don't know who I am, actually, this was Jay's restaurant for 50 plus years. My grandfather built this in 1965, and my dad took over in 1978, and he retired a few years ago. He let us know the positive thing that he was ready to retire 2 weeks after we told him we were expecting our third child, that turned out to be twins. So we have 3-year-old twins, and he's been 3 years off into the Golf land. But, he still has a presence here because he chooses to help us cut steaks, or he's going to be stuck changing diapers. Now that the twins are almost out of diapers, I'm losing my meat cutter. So it's, we've kind of had a great time to learn from the experience of him. But my wife is also a 3rd generation restaurant family. But we really want to be prepared for what life is going to be like when we're able to return to service the guests that come here in our dining room, and whether it's our patio and stuff. So we've done a lot of maintenance to prepare the infrastructure of the building to last for the next 30 and 40 years for my lifespan. Right now, one of the primary things is outdoor dining is not going to go away. We've been working with obviously to get a new patio cover that's heated, has some natural light in there, and to expand some of the outdoor area. And there was no patio here when we got in here 3 years ago. And some people don't even recognize that we do have a patio area. So it's one of those things that you keep trying to do a more permanent solution, not necessarily just a short-term one. The menu itself is going to have some changes that you're going to see come up, but a lot of it's been stuff that we've worked on over a period of time. And this is going to be a good time to implement it. In particular is some more of the fuller dinners, which will have some different things that are included with it, and an expansion of those types of things.
Well, I got to tell you, I hope you don't get rid of your fish tacos.
No.
Because that is, it's all about me, Jeff.
I know.
That's my favorite part of your menu. But I got to say, even with all the challenges that you and your staff has faced, when I go there to pick up takeout, everyone is very cordial, very helpful. You go in and you, as a customer, I do my order. I've done it on the phone. I've gone in person. I'm told to go back out to my car, and then they bring everything out to the car. So, I mean, customer service wise, it's phenomenal. And I know it has been difficult for you. Would you like to share anything else about your business? Any specific things that you're doing right now, or menu enhancements or anything like that?
Well, some of the stuff has been traditional. We're probably one of the last places that actually not only cut our own steaks, but we grind our own hamburger. So when you get stuff here, we do it from scratch. The other things that are coming across is I'm looking forward to adding a few things. We have a chorizo sausage breakfast gravy that we're going to be adding. Dinner's going to have some more seafood added and pastas added to it. So I look forward to those things being part of the menu. My absolute favorite addition right now has been the apple crisp waffle, because it's got cheesecake smothered on it, then apples, then crisp. And honestly, I know. I'm already in the drooling mode just when I start talking about it. We've run it a few times to perfect it, and I really feel good about how we're doing some things. We had brought over, we had a dinner house called Robert's Crossing in South Salem. And our head chef there came over here due to COVID, and our lease was up there. We've opted not to continue with that location, but it will be appearing in McMinnville sometime this next year. So we have been working at what we're going to do moving forward. And that's such an important part of our community. You know, we've been through a lot of not just helping our community, but some of the surrounding ones. When the wildfires hit, you know, they were all at Polk County Fairgrounds. We were helping take care of them. As we get in here, you know, we've been looking at the COVID protocol since it first came out. And I feel like we've done an excellent job protecting our staff, our guests and everything, you know, but the industry, as the restaurants, have been set up for that for a long time. We already have the health department to make sure that we are following a lot of the protocols that come across, and they change periodically. And this is another adjustment that we have to make. The employees do a great job of transitioning to the requirements that we're setting out for them to be safe. But at the same time, it's just part of doing good business in general. You know, we want to protect you just as much as I want to protect all the staff members that are here. And that's the first and foremost. You know, I've definitely had spent some time with some of our Polk County commissioners. I have spent some time with just the local people here in the city of Monmouth. They've done an amazing job of reaching out and trying to help businesses survive and make the next step into the next year. And I'm so thankful to be part of the community. I mean, not many people can say that they grew up in Rickreall and moved back. And so that is me and my family. So I have 4 kids that are 6 and under. So it's something that, you know, we're proud to be back home, so to speak.
It's just wonderful. And I know that you and there's other businesses in Monmouth and Independence that truly show the true grit and how you can survive if you dig in, follow the protocols, and also reach out to like the commissioners, to the various cities, to let them know that you need a helping hand. And and I've watched your flexibility and how repositioning your business, and we're just absolutely amazed. One other thing I want to point out too that you kind of touched on is so many businesses like yours, Jeff, employ so many people in the area. And I think people need to be reminded of that. We do not have a lot of big chains in our area, or just great big businesses, national or international businesses, frankly. So it's the storefronts, the restaurants like yourself that employ so many people in our community. And the Chamber can't stress enough that if you have it, go out and get takeout at any of the restaurants. And because you're not just supporting the restaurant, you're not just getting away with not cooking for yourself, but you're actually helping to support other people, your neighbors in the neighborhood. So that's real important to remember. Now, Jeff, I have to remind you that a lot of people are going to be watching this who do not necessarily live in Monmouth and Independence. So I think you should let them know how they can contact you for great food, and also where you're located on Highway 99.
It's a lot of people still know this as the Jay's Restaurant, which is what it was for the 50 years. We are right here as you enter in the town, coming from the north on Highway 99. We can be reached via our website at thegrainstation.com. At the same time is that we can be reached at 503-838-1730 to place an order to go, or to be able to answer any of the questions you might have for us. So we have definitely different ways of contacting us and to finding out what we're all about. I like people to have the opportunity to come in and visit for themselves, and we get the opportunity to say hello to them. Because, I mean, the staff that's here, I mean, I can't say enough. I mean, we've had out in the front end staff, we've had people, I have multiple people that have been here over 20 years. So, I mean, it's something we've been part of the community for a long time.
That's wonderful. Well, everyone, speaking personally, it's yummy. Go there.
All right.
Anyway, thank you, Jeff, so very, very much for joining us today.
Nice
Jeff from the Grain Station, and Jeanette Moore also from Union Bank. And I want to remind everyone to tune in next month, the month of March. And let's all get together again when we're going to learn more about communities and the people that help to keep Monmouth and Independence wonderful places to live, work, and play. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.